Hello students, welcome to your computer classroom. So in the previous class we have seen we are continuing with our chapter 5, that is HTML. So let us come to the textbook and revise the previous things which we have covered. So in the earlier class we have seen about the different HTML elements. So like what are tags. So whatever the special instructions which are given in HTML that are written in angular bracket, they are called as tags. And the tags, the two types we have seen, the container tag and the empty tag. So what are the container tag? Those tags which have the opening and closing both, they are called as container tag. For example, here you can see the HTML which is written in the angular bracket. So this have opening and closing both. So how we recognize that it is the closing? If the tag has a forward slash, clear? So this denotes that it is the ending or closing tag. The same is here appearing. So this example which has the starting as well as ending, this is the example of a container tag. Then the next is empty tag. So if any of the tags which is having only the beginning, so that is the starting tag. For example, the br tag, then we have img tag, clear? So these tags which have only the beginning and do not have the closing tag, so these are called as empty tags. Now moving to the next, we have seen what are the attributes of these tags. So attributes are basically the values or the options which are given with these tags. So if somewhere if you are writing some font or some similar any other tag, so these have some additional values. For example, the font may have some size, some color, so the values which are written with them, so these are called as the attribute, and the values are always written in the double quotes, clear? So in the quotation we will see further in this chapter that these are the hexadecimal code for the colors. In the same way, we can, the font may have some size, clear? Font name, so if size, if you want to increase, so this size will be an attribute, and whatever the value will be written of that, so this will be the value of that attribute. So these are called as HTML attributes, which are basically the options which are available with the different tags. Now next is entities. So what are entities? Entities, we have seen that these are some special symbols or like copyright symbol which can be written with in between ampersand and semicolon, clear? So for if you want to write a copyright symbol in HTML page, so we don't have a copyright button on the keyboard. So for writing these type of entities, we will write the that entity. So for that we have the name copy, clear? So this entity name will be written in between the ampersand sign and semicolon. So this will bring the copyright symbol in the HTML page, web page which we are designing. Next we have seen that how we can avoid the syntax error. So for avoiding the syntax error, it is always advised that whatever the code we are writing, it should be written properly. The brackets and the, you can say, the quotation marks should be written properly, and there should be proper nesting. So by proper nesting we means that it should be properly, the tags which are you can say container tags, that should be properly closed with the closing tags. Then in each of the line only the single statement should be written. We can we have the facility in HTML to write all of the codes in a single line, but it is a good practice to write it neatly. The program should be written neatly so that anyone can understand it in a better way. So these were all the steps using which we can avoid the syntax error. Then rendering HTML, we have seen that whatever the web page we are uh, opening on any browser, so rendering is the process through which the different elements of the web page are fetched from the web server and are displayed on the web page. For example, different you can say images, the videos, clear, audio content, so these all if present in the web page, so this all will be integrated, you can say, or embedded in the web page. Then HTML we were talking about. So HTML are it was basically the earlier versions were there, like 2, 3, 4. Now the recent version which we have of HTML is HTML5, and HTML5 also we have 5.1, 5.2. So these are the sub versions of these. Now coming to the XHTML, so this is also a markup language which stands for extensible markup hyper text markup language. So this have some additional tags which are used in the HTML. So all of the tags which are used in HTML, they can also be used in XHTML. Clear? And here also we have similar syntax. Few of the things should be surrounded in the double quotes or the quotation mark, and the browsers, the recent modern browsers, can read the HTML as well as XHTML, the program which are written in both. Okay, now today we are going to see what are the different HTML editors. Editors are basically the programs where we can write the HTML code. So the few text editors. So text editor means the editors where we can write the text of the HTML code. For example, the previous example, the HTML head body tag, we will see these tags, about these tags later in this chapter also. So these are the HTML codes and are required to be written in some text editor. So the text editor which are basically according to the different operating system. So in the Windows operating system we have the Notepad. Everyone is familiar about the Notepad. Then the Apple has TextEdit, and Ubuntu comes with the gedit. Okay, so Notepad, I hope if we search it in any of the, here you can see that in the Windows we have this Notepad option where we can write our program very easily. For example, if you want to write a program, so this way we can begin. Okay, so HTML we will see about these things. Then head tag will be there. Okay, so in head we have the title. So this way the program can be written and properly nested also. So according to the operating system, the you can say the editors will change. So this Notepad is the editor which is provided in the Windows operating system. Then let us see some other text editors. So if we come to a new page, here you can see this is the text edit editor which is present in the Mac devices. Okay, then we have gedit. So this is the gedit text editor which is present in the Linux or Ubuntu based softwares operating system. So here you can see this is the interface of a Ubuntu operating system, and the editor which we are right now which is present in this window, this is the gedit. So here simply these are the few of the normal documentation which is present. Here only we can write the HTML code. So any of the editors can be used according to the operating system. Okay, so these are the well-known you can say well-known editors which are present and which are used for writing the HTML code. Next is HTML editor. So earlier we have seen the text editor, now we have the HTML editor. So now the HTML editors, for example Eclipse and Bluefish, so these are some dedicated programs for writing the HTML code and managing web pages. So what is the difference here? In text editor, whatever the code which we were writing, they were all written in the text format. Okay, and there is a limited, you can say, features there. Only the text writing can be done, the HTML code is written. But the HTML editors which we use, they are designed and have some extra additional features with them. So whatever the you can say the code, or if there is any error, we have some color combination. Then the you can say the mm, uh, the closing and ending tags which are written there, so they can be matched. So if there is some error, that will also be marked with a different color. So these programs provide some extra additional features also. So here also it is written, so these programs provide basic text editing functions as well as more advanced features such as color coding. So these programs provide us some extra features such as color coding for various HTML tags, menus to insert HTML tags, and spell checkers. So if there is some mistake in the spelling of the tags, that will also be uh, easy to identify. Then these programs save your time for writing HTML code and offer a graphical environment for building web pages as well as text based environment. Clear? So here the HTML editors are designed according to this HTML coding, and it will be easy for a programmer to write the code, as we have the additional color combination and some other extra features with these editors. Let us see example of this. So here if you come to this next page, so here you can see this is a example of one of the text editor program, HTML editor program. So if I zoom in, here you can see the different HTML code which is being written. So this have the different color combinations using which the ability to find the error will be easy. Okay, and proper you can say the tags have different colors, the text or whatever the values of the attributes are given, so these have the you can say different color combinations. So and also we have some extra additional features along with this, so this will be easy while writing the code. So this is quite different from the normal text editor. So this way the HTML editors can be preferred over the normal text editor. Now coming back, so these were the HTML editors. Then also we have the another type of editor. Let us see that. So the important term was here that the HTML editors, the two famous examples of this are Eclipse and Bluefish. Clear? So these are some copyrighted softwares. Eclipse is one of those which are, you can say, open source type of software which can be freely available. So there are some copyrighted proprietary software also, and few of the open source software. According to the different operating system, we have various HTML editors. Now coming to the next, which is WYSIWYG editor. So what are these? Let us understand that you can also create web pages using a, this is the abbreviation, we will see what is the full form of this. This is basically called as what you see is what you get. Clear? So they are more advanced you can say editors, where we don't need to only write the code. Here we have the graphics of the web page which we are designing, so we can work with the presentation. So whatever the web page you are designing, we have the graphical interface using which we can change, modify and edit the different things. So a few examples of the WYSIWYG editors are Adobe Dreamweaver, Amaya, then Adobe Go Live, CopyCup. So these are some modern, you can say, HTML editors. If we see example a few of these, let me show you. So if I come to the next, so here you can see, suppose we are designing a web page. So whatever the content web page you want to, along with the HTML code, you can see the presentation of that and directly work on these presentation of the code. If we see one more example, here you can see this is example. So these are the example of WYSIWYG editor, where we have whatever the content of the page. If we want to include the different buttons, here as you can see we have the back button, forward button, then the height and width whatever the size of the text we want to enter. So rather than writing the HTML codes directly, we can work on the presentation. So we have a graphical interface for us, so using which the programming will also become easy, you can say. So in various websites which are, you can say, more having more content, where we have various sections and subsections, so there if we'll write all of the code in HTML, it will be a lengthy process. So then we require some, you can say, graphical interface using which the web pages can be designed easily. So here we are talking about the same, that these Viswig editors create web pages, and some example of these are Adobe Dreamweaver, then Amaya, then Go Live and Cupcopy. So the just example which we have seen, that was the example of Adobe Go Live. Okay, let us erase this once again. So a Viswig editor is a program that provides a graphical user interface that allows a developer to preview the web pages during its development. So as we were talking about the same, that using these editors we get a graphical user interface. So GUI will help the developer to preview the web page while designing, and we can develop the web pages using the presentation also. So Viswig is an acronym for what you see is what you get. So it means whatever the graphics which we are adding to the web page, the same graphics will appear later when the web page will be developed. So that is why these editors are called as Viswig. That is the abbreviation of that, and the full form is what you see is what you get. So Viswig editors creates the HTML code for you while you add elements to the web page, which means that you do not have to enter the HTML tags directly. Clear? So as we have seen the example also, so there it is not necessary that all of the content, all of the web page development should be written in HTML code only. Rather than that, we have the different elements. For example, if you want to use any radio button, any menu, clear, then some tabs for this. So directly we have the you can say predefined elements. From there you can choose the different elements in the web page, and we can edit and modify the names of those things. Clear? So this way these editors provides the you can say a more better approach for designing the web pages. Next we will see some other applications using which the web pages can be designed. So let us see the other applications. A word processor provides advanced editing and formatting features, but any formatting you apply to the text will not appear when you view documents you have created on the web. Clear? So the different word processor like Notepad is a normal editor, then we have WordPad also, then the MS Word software. So these are the different word processor. So these also can be used for writing the HTML code, but basically they are you can say used mostly for editing and formatting of the text. Clear? So while using the text editor or the word processor, you must first type the text for the web page and then add HTML tags to specify how you want the text to appear on the web page. So any of the word processor if you will use, it will require the HTML tags and proper coding should be written. Clear? So the GUI approach which we have seen in the Viswig editor, so this all features will not present in this word processor software. Then web browser is used to see how the web page appears. So after writing this the code in the web processor, when it is saved with .html extension, then we will be able to see when we run that code in any of the web browser, for example Chrome, Firefox, Safari. So these are the well-known web browsers. So these codes will be displayed only in the browsers. Many popular software applications also provide features that enable you to develop web pages easily Clear? So according to the different softwares, the you can see the ease of development will differ. So the softwares which like Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, for example, have a save as web page feature that converts a document into HTML file by automatically adding HTML tags to the document. So the different softwares which we use, like Word, Excel, PowerPoint, so there also we have the options to save our document in a HTML form, in a form of web page. So when you will save the document uh, with the save as option, save as web page, so the uh, program or the information which is present in the file, that will be added with some extra tags, so which will convert the document into HTML coding, and this can be used for web pages. Then Acrobat, Adobe Acrobat also has an export feature that creates HTML files. So also we have some other softwares like Acrobat. Adobe Acrobat is a copyrighted software, so which can also be used to export the files in HTML. So this will create the HTML files of whatever the document you have. Then each of these applications also allow you to add hyperlinks, drop down boxes, options button, or scrolling text to the web page. So these all are the different elements in the web pages which we will see. What are hyperlinks, then drop down boxes which we can choose the different options from there. Clear? The different options button. Clear? So these are all the different elements which are present in the web pages. So these all also can be added using the different softwares, in which a normal text page or normal document can be converted in the HTML code or a web page format. So these advanced web features make it simple to save any document, then spreadsheet, databases, or presentation to display as a web page. So if we have any table in a Excel, if we have any PowerPoint slide, if we have any database, so these all can be saved in the form of web pages using the save as feature of the that software, where we can save the document in the web page format. Okay, so these were the different applications using which we can save the document in web page format. Now we will see the different web browsers for the HTML. So web browsers, as we are talking about, so these are basically the softwares where we can view our web page, which the HTML code which we have seen, which can be written in the different text editor, then HTML editors, Viswig editors. So these were all the different ways where the HTML part will be written or the web page will be designed. But for the normal view of these HTML document, any of the websites where we open, so these are opened in the different web browser. So web browser, you can say, basically is a software that displays the resulting web pages, means the final web page after writing all of the elements of the web page. So this will be viewed in the web browsers. You can also use a browser to display HTML document you can save locally on your computer. Clear? So the different web pages, when we connect with the internet, they are also they can also be opened in any of the web browser, as well as the different program, HTML program which we are saving on our computer, that can also be used for, the browsers can be used for to see those HTML document also. While coding your HTML, you can use a web browser to test your work. Clear? Then the different popular web browsers nowadays, like Microsoft Internet Explorer. So now these days this Internet Explorer has been you can say changed, and now these days we have very recently we have got a new browser which the name of which is Edge. Okay, so this is the changed version of the Internet Explorer. So now the Microsoft is providing the Edge browser. So Internet Explorer has been removed by the company itself. Then the other popular browsers are Mozilla Firefox. Then these are the name of the company and the name of the browser is Firefox. So this is developed by Mozilla. So Mozilla Firefox, then Safari, which is the product of Apple, then Chrome, which we are using, this is the product of Google. So these are the well known. Then we have Opera. So Opera and Opera Mini. So according to the platform, if we are using the mobile phones, there also we have the versions of these different you can say browsers. Okay, like Firefox Lite is there for the mobile phones. Okay, then in the similar way the Chrome also have the version for the mobile phone also. So these are the well-known browsers which are used across the platform. Across the platform means we can use anywhere in any of the tablets, then mobile phones, laptops, desktops, computer. So these browsers can be used on various different you can say the devices where we can use these for opening our HTML pages. Then most computer operating system come with a web browsers already installed. So Microsoft Windows computer includes the Internet Explorer browser. So when we purchase any of the computer, when we install the operating system with that, so few of the browsers come along with the operating system. So the Internet Explorer which we are talking about, so now this Internet Explorer has been changed with Edge browser. So when we uh, um, install a Windows operating system, so along with the Windows operating system we get this Edge browser. So earlier we have the Internet Explorer, now we have the Edge browser. Then in the Mac computers which is developed by Apple, so these Mac you can say devices have the Safari browser along with the operating system. So these browsers are provided along with the you can say the operating system. Then Mozilla Firefox and Opera, so these are the uh, web browsers which we can download and can install. So Mozilla Firefox, which is an open source you can say browser where the source code is also available, we can modify and change in them also. So Mozilla Firefox and Opera, these are the web browsers which have become increasingly popular in the recent years. So according to the different browsers, according to the different operating systems, we have you can say various browsers for running our HTML pages. Then we will see some terms related to these web browsers or the web pages. Let us see. So browsers provide a variety of features including the capability to locate web pages, to move forward and backward between web pages. So whenever we see any of the browsers, we have the forward and backward button on these browsers. Then to bookmark favorite web pages and to choose security settings. So also we have the options to whatever the important pages, if you want to bookmark and to add to your favorites, so we can use the bookmark feature, and the various security settings can also be chosen using these web browsers. To locate a web page using a browser, you need to type its URL, that is Uniform Resource Locator. So whatever the web page if we are opening, we need the name of that website. So that is called as URL, that is the Uniform Resource Locator. So this URL will be written in the browser's address or the location bar. Okay, let us see this. I hope you are already familiar about these. So if let us erase this first. So this is a Wikipedia page, and the browser which we are using right now, this is a Mozilla Firefox. Okay, so here you can see this is the place where we write the URL. So whatever the URL you want to type, this can be written here. Then we have additional buttons using which we can add more tabs in these browsers. Then whatever the web page you want to bookmark, suppose I am opening a website YouTube, clear. So when you open any of these websites, so we have a button here using which, here is a star button, so using which you can bookmark this page. So if I click on this star button, this page will be bookmarked. So it is asking that we have different tabs here also. Using this we can bookmark this page. Okay, so the different favorite places we can see from here, this will be added in the bookmark list. Okay, then we have this backward button and forward button, using which we can switch to the previous page and again come back to the page which was opened. Clear. So we have the forward button, backward button, then different tabs for writing our different web pages, and this is the you can say address bar or the URL bar, where we write the name of the website, that is URL. The full form of URL is Uniform Resource Locator. Okay, now coming to the book again. So here we were talking about the different terms like the URL, then we have the forward and backward buttons with us. So after this we will continue in the coming class and see the further other features of the web pages. Okay, so these were all the different famous web browsers which we use. Then in the coming class we will see the steps for designing the web pages, and also we can continue with the exercises as the chapter is about to complete. So try to do few of the things and revise the concepts which we have discussed today, and let us meet in the next class with the further topics which is remaining in this chapter. Thank you.